Now it's time for most famous words in iRacing. It's time for your go time music, baby. THRL, part of the One Grid family. John Dodal, your league owner, will lead them to green. A lot of fast guys around him. Restart zone here on the front straightaway. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Throttle-Hoppers Racing League. For the first few laps, these guys are going to be balls to the wall. You could just barely get wide open all the way around if you find yourself with that clean air. Aiden Gould challenging for the lead, looks underneath John Dodal. Down the straightaway, John advantage on the top line, Aiden putting her on the bottom. Quickest way around the front stretch here at a tri-oval. Try to make a run here in a turn one. Still side by side between the pair. I think Aiden Gould will get the position. Gets that bumper in front of the 64. And John will chase him down into turns 3 and 4. Douglas Henry right there. Mickey Sondara re-attacks Douglas Henry. This time it's from the top line. The line Doug used to get around him and hold off the position. Mickey Sondara. Now up into 4th. Brett Murphy, Wyatt Hutchins side by side for 5th. Steve Clark now enters pit road. Ward Fisher joins him. Aiden Gould still hanging on. Douglas Henry trying to hold off Mickey Sondara. Both these guys seem pretty matched. Looks like Wyatt Hutchins will enter pit road. Wyatt Hutchins will enter. It's the leaders as well. John Dodal and Aiden Gould have both hit pit road. Wyatt Hutchins follows. And now the games begin. What's the strategy? We're going to stay right here with Aiden Gould. What will he do? He slid into his box. He actually gets it to a stop. I thought he was going to slide through. Right now, still technically the battle for the lead. John Dodal, Aiden Gould, pit road exit. We'll watch it. Really good pit stop out of Wyatt Hutchins. He will leave with the leaders. Did a really good job to get that car locked down on entry. W pit stop. Right now, Douglas Henry will enter pit road just a lap later with Mickey Sondara in tow. And Derek Stanley. So the entire field has decided to pit and short pit the fuel tank. Right now, Brett Murphy is currently your relative leader. He just passed Aiden Gould, who exited pit road. Now the difference in lap tires. Brett Murphy pit lap 25. Aiden Gould pit lap 28. Aiden Gould out of the rear bumper of Brett Murphy, looks down to the bottom, has some clean air. He'll get to him. Be right about even with the flag stand. Right now, John Dodal, just a second and 2/10 back. He needs to get there quick. Wyatt Hutchins in tow. John Dodal now looks to the inside of Brett Murphy. See if he could snag P2 and try to run down Aiden Gould. At the end of the last run, John was having a really good run. Was able to get to Aiden. And if Aiden didn't pit, he would have had the position. Doug now to the outside of Wyatt Hutchins. He will clear him and now begins to work on Brett Murphy. Battle for third. And right now, John Dodal is within 4/10 of Aiden Gould. John might be the quickest car on the property. Has a lot of long run speed. Aiden goes into defense, but John Dodal's looking up the inside. John Dodal has a nose in on Aiden Gould. John Dodal looking for the win. Your league owner said, I don't know. Even though I sat on the pole, I don't feel too confident. Doug is quick, Aiden's quick, and John just took the lead away from who we thought was the fastest guy here. And Aiden can't quite get back to him. John Dodal is now leading at Kentucky in THRL. Douglas Henry outside Aiden Gould. Steve Clark down pit road. And so does Aiden Gould and John Dodal down pit road. John had to avoid Steve Clark. I thought he was wrecking. So Aiden will jump down pit road to join your leader. We'll see how they race each other off pit road again. And they are going to leave even. Aiden still better on pit road exit than John Dodal. He will pass him on pit exit underneath the apron. And John Dodal cannot answer. The only thing he can do is run him back down again. Once again, Aiden Gould, so good on pit road exit. Yellow flag is out. I have an incident report for Paul Majifka. The car is towed. Let's look at the replay. Oh, nails the wall. Let's look at that again. Just not getting that wheel turned enough. Maybe a little bit of loss of focus there. Destroys the car. A lot of race left. A lot of strategy. What's going to happen here? Restart's important. Green flag up, green flag out. We're back underway. Really good launch out of Aiden. Here comes Wyatt Hutchins. Side by side with John Dodal, and that's Brett Murphy on fresh tires. Thought about going 3 wide middle, thinks better of it. Now he moves up to the top line, get behind John. Douglas Henry, fresh tires, behind Wyatt Hutchins. Now Brett Murphy finds some clean air on those fresh tires, gets to the outside. The difference in his tires between the other guys, right around 6 laps. It's not a huge gap. That's why I think Aiden, John, and Wyatt are playing this now alternate strategy. Aiden Gould, John Dodal could go for right around another, I think, 8 laps or so. Here comes John Dodal. Back up the inside of Aiden Gould. Now it's a battle. There's Douglas Henry. Doug, I don't know if you really need to get in this now. I think you're A-okay if you just let these guys pit. You take the splash, they take the tire. But Doug wants to be sure. He doesn't want to be A-okay. He wants to be certain that he's going to get this race. He wants to get around these guys, put some time on them, have that track position. Now he gets to the outside of John Dodal. Maybe Doug can slow down Aiden, let John get there. Pick this battle back up. John will fall back. He's entering pit road. John Dodal down pit road early. Normally when he goes to pit, Aiden beats him in there or tries to beat him in there. Pits with him. Now John gets the first say. Can he maximize here? I wonder, does he only take 2 tires? Do you only throw the right sides on? Do you get all 4? And maybe we're not quite close. Yeah, I don't think we were going to be close enough for the splash to work. I think you have to take the full tank. So get all 4. Car's not jacking up. He just took fuel only, no tires. He'll leave a set of tires on the wall. Aiden Gould, Douglas Henry go by. A set of tires on the wall for John. And I don't see a chance at all where a late race caution comes out, which means that John went, screw that strategy. I got to try something different to get around Aiden Gould. Up the inside, he will take away the lead. And remember, both drivers still have to pit. To enter pit road, there's Mickey Sandara just behind. Doug will have to take his splash. So here's Douglas Henry entering pit road. John Dodal, Aiden Gould still 1 lap down. So Aiden right with John. Aiden has to get his lap back. Excuse me, John has to get his lap back. It's Aiden Gould who was on the lead lap. Now it cycles itself back through as they pass Raymond Wimmer, excuse me. Did not realize he was leading at the moment. So Aiden Gould, John Dodal battling for position here, and Aiden just swings on by. 5 laps to go for Aiden Gould. Douglas Henry doing his best to reel him back in, but I think it's just not enough time here. 2 seconds back. Mickey Sondara, Brett Murphy side by side, and they get together, and Mickey will spin. Will this bring out the yellow? Yes, it does. Wow. This changes everything. Mickey Sondara, Brett Murphy get tangled up on the exit of turn 2. And I know your leader, Aiden Gould, cannot be happy about that. Let's see exactly what happened. So we see Mickey Sondara up top of the 2. He's coming down. Brett Murphy's plowing. Not really plowing that much, but just one car's going up, one car's going down. And, I mean, Brett keeps thinking, all right, save it, Mickey. And Mickey just really did the best he could. And that car will wreck. On board with Mickey. I feel like Brett Murphy probably could have held off of him just a little bit better. Green, white checkered at Kentucky. Throttle-Hoppers Racing League. 10 cars in contention to win this deal. Could Aiden Gould hang on and get this win, or could Doug capitalize? Green flag is back out. What are we going to see? Immediately, Brett Murphy jumps to the inside of Douglas Henry. Aiden Gould trying to get that gap. Brett Murphy clears Douglas Henry. Can Brett Murphy get to Aiden Gould? 3-lap fresher tires looking up the inside of the 8 car to the back bumper. Douglas Henry goes back to the top line. Brett Murphy ran out of room. Had to use the chrome horn to get to the rear bumper of the 8. Doesn't choose to move him. White flag. 1 more lap to go at Kentucky. Can Brett Murphy stink up the show? Brett Murphy down to the inside. Aiden Gould's in the middle. Clean air on the bottom. Here comes Brett Murphy. They're side by side. Douglas Henry contact. Aiden Gould still leading down the back straightaway. Here we go. Through turns 3 and 4. Brett Murphy gets a shot from John Dodal. Shoots him up the track. Coming to the checkered flag. Dodal in the fence. Gould wrecks. Brett Murphy will get her done.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
Atta boy, Brett.
I don't want to win it that way.
You won.
I feel bad now. I feel bad that I wrecked the 2.
That happens.
I don't know. I'll see the replay, but man.
Well, you heard it out of Brett, man. Hey, I didn't want to have to win it that way. Getting into Mickey Sondara, brought out the yellow, put Brett in position. Kept it clean there on that green-white checker. Let's look at the replay to that finish. What happened between Douglas Henry and Aiden Gould? So you're going to see John Dodal get one hell of a run. Just ships it into the 4 car. Gets into Aiden and shoots Aiden in front of Doug. Doug's like, what the heck was that? Gets parked on the nose. They're going to run out of room up here. Aiden comes down. He's going to right hook Doug. And just John Dodal couldn't get that car to rotate like Brett Murphy could. Wow, that was crazy. Watch it again. Yeah, he's still foot in the throttle. But how about that at a Brett Murphy burning it down? And I will get to talk to Brett for, I think, the first time in my broadcasting career. Brett Murphy, no one in the booth. You got a copy.
What's going on, buddy?
I think this is the first time I've gotten to talk to you over the radio for a broadcast. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, you completed the entire season of Frontier Truck Tour. Season 2 is getting close to the end of. You've been involved, and now you come over to THRL, and you get a win at Kentucky. I know you said it, hey, I didn't want to have to get the win like that, but you still got it. You kept her clean there on that final lap. When John Dodal gave you that giant shot in the back, did you think you were going to come out of there the winner?
I thought I was going around, but I figured that was just karma biting me back in the ass. But no, I mean I was gonna race as hard as I could there at the end. I mean I felt bad with what happened to the two. I haven't seen the replay yet, so I don't know. I don't know. I can't really make a call on it because I didn't see it yet. But no, I knew the 64 had tires and I knew he was coming. But when I kind of just parked on the bottom, just hoping that maybe they'd blow the corner. I didn't think that I'd be the Newton ball in there getting thrown into the 8. But, it worked out for me, and I'll take a win.
Heck yeah. Hey, Brett Murphy, a win is a win. Congratulations. Winner at Kentucky race number 4 THRL, Brett Murphy. Finishing P2 tonight. What is going on? What the heck is this? I gotta jump in this call instead of dragging you guys in the booth. What am I looking at right now that's going on in the grass? Raymond Wimmer, wish I was there. Raymond Wimmer celebrating a P2 finish. John Dodal, I don't know where you went, but that was one heck of a finish between all of you guys right there. That was badass. And we're going to grab Raymond Wimmer. We're going to bring it back up here. Now just me and Raymond. P2 finish here, buddy. Well, what was it like watching that final lap through your windshield?
Well, I'll just start at the green-white checkered. I knew John had freshies. I was on 4 freshies, so I knew I had fairly good pace. I figured John would have won it. I would have finished P2, but I kind of got held up a little bit by Steve, and next thing I know, John was able to send it 3 wide, and once I got clear, we just took off. And then I don't know what I just saw happen out of 4, but all I know is I said I got to go to the apron and flew past everybody. And there was no way I was catching Brett, but yeah, did not think I was going to finish this high up. Car was tight, all race, pushed, all race, struggled. But hey, it's a 100-lap race, and by God, we finished there.
Heck yeah. Raymond Wimmer, congratulations on P2. That had to be fun to watch.
Shout out EckhartCoffeeRoasters.com.
Heck yeah. We'll send him back. We'll go ahead and grab John Dodal, league owner, pole sitter tonight. And, well, if that finish wasn't going to be exciting by itself, you made sure that you had a say in it as well. Came across the line third, talking about the race tonight at Kentucky. And I really want you to mention on how you were able to run down to Aiden Gould 3 times and pass for a position, man. I think you might have been the best car tonight.
I was feeling so good, and I was saving tires so well, and I was still keeping pace, and it was going really well. And I forgot to turn my tires back on before I went to the pits that last time. And yeah, so I came out and I was like, man, this thing is plowing. Like, I just cannot get it to turn. And it took about 2 laps for me to realize I still had a set of tires. And I was like, oh my God, I just lost this race. I think that I had it and I lost it. And then the luckiest caution in the world comes out and I take tires and yeah, I stepped on, man, I did not mean to bump Brett. I don't know what I was thinking, man, but I'm so red in the face, embarrassed, just so ashamed of the way that finished, because I think that it should have been probably Aiden's all day, and I just shipped Brett.
Well, Brett won, so can't be that bad.
Well,
yeah.
Shipping Brett shipped. It was a chain reaction.
Yeah, yeah. It looked like short track racing at 1.5 miles. That was awesome.
Dude, I feel so bad.
Well, hey, John, your league, your call. I'm just the broadcaster, but I thought that was pretty fun racing out there. Unfortunate that the wrecks fell, but man, what a great race at Kentucky, and I think we're going to attract some more eyes later into the season.
Oh man, that was so fun. It was so fun.
Alrighty, John, I'm going to send you back. Oh, baby. I mean, can you really complain about a race like that? I mean, I know guys like Mickey Sondara probably unhappy. Aiden Gould probably not the happiest he got shipped. But, man, that was just a good race. Thank you all for joining One Grid TV for THRL Wednesdays. I know in 2026, THRL is going to bring some big things. We're going to get this league spruced up and ready to rock. See you guys tomorrow. Lickety Slicks Dirt Racing Tour. And that will conclude One Grid Week 7. Have a good night, everybody.